Hey, good morning, my dear friends. What a beautiful sunrise. It's the day after Thanksgiving here in Southern California, to be more specific, Surfside, California. And we've got a lot to talk about on the morning briefing. We are dropping all kinds of videos from our 8-day adventure on board the Independence. You can find that on Facebook, on Instagram, over there on TikTok, and of course right here on YouTube. We'll have more of that as the weekend goes on, and also be releasing a full-length video on that great trip. That's going to take me a little while to edit. I shot over 500 scenes on that trip. So, a lot to talk about here this morning. I'll shut my trap, set up for the morning briefing. Be back with you all in just another moment. We're cruising home here on the Independence, and man, just check out all the dolphins that are riding alongside the big boat. Pretty cool sight here. Nice fish, Joe! Wow! Big bluefin! Nice, Joe! Joe, step in there! Come on, Joe! Nice fish! Beautiful! Wow! Love it! Hang on, boys. BFT for Ed! Nice one, too, man. Beautiful fish. Bluefin tuna. We knew they were here, Ed. Woo! Good job.
Only on Independence.
Nice fish. Beautiful.
I got you.
Wow. Nice. Wow. Nice hit on the yo-yo iron yellowtail on board the Independence. It can't get much better. Gorgeous fish. Sunny, warm. The wind quit blowing. And the boys are getting ready to drop another batch of yellowtail. Here we go. Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. After a truly great day here in the United States, Thanksgiving, it is so unique. It is a time when we give thanks for all the blessings that we have bestowed on us living in the United States of America. I know times can be tough, but overall, there's so much to be grateful for. I'm grateful for so many things. I'm especially grateful for each and every one of you. Tune into the morning briefing and all the other content we provide here on Friedman Adventures. That means the world to yours truly, as well as everybody associated with the Friedman Adventures family, because that's what we have become. I thought that was kind of corny in the beginning, the Friedman Adventures family, but no longer, man. I mean, people become part of it. They do good things in the community. They get outdoors and have some fun. Man, it is truly a magnificent thing, and I owe that all to you. Hey, if you could buy some Friedman Adventures merchandise here during the holiday season, what a great gift for the Friedman Adventures fan in your life. If you could do that, that will surely help us to provide you with more content. All you have to do is go to www.embroiderycreations.net, embroiderycreations.net, and order up a storm. It would be deeply appreciated by yours truly. We will be down at Big Fish Bait and Tackle in the beautiful city of Seal Beach at 9 a.m. Then I'll jump over to Young's Fishing Tackle in Bellflower at 11 a.m. and finish up over at Island Fishing Tackle at 1 o'clock this afternoon for a little meet and greet, as well as to let you know some of the great promotions and sales those three tackle stores have for you here on Black Friday. So much to talk about. Let's get into it right now. You know what time it is. It is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. So good. So good. So great to be with you all. Yeah, I'm wearing a t-shirt down here, and I'm in my shorts, and it's really not that cold at all. It is a lovely morning and a beautiful sunrise here this morning. That ocean looks pretty darn beautiful also, doesn't it? I mean, it can't get any more lovely. Hopefully we'll have a pot of dolphins swim through there on the morning briefing. Or at times a fish come jumping out of the water. So keep your eyes back there also. If you don't mind, hit that like button, share these videos with a friend, subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel, and tick that little bell. You'll be notified when there's new content. You can also follow us over there on Facebook, where we had 1.1 million views the past 28 days. Thank you so much. On Instagram, where we just hit 10,000 subscribers, and over there on TikTok, where we've had close to 500,000 likes. Owe it all to you, and remember to follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We have all the very latest for you all. As I mentioned previously on today's report, we are dropping some of the video that we shot on board the Independence on our 8-day trip. Oh my God, I was supposed to have some stuff up yesterday. How many phone calls can a man make in a single day? Scott Buchert hit the Guinness Book of World Records, exceeding thousands of phone calls. Hey Phil, where's the video? Hey Phil, you promised everybody. Hey Phil, it's Thanksgiving. Ay, yay. Scott, I'm putting it up. Take it easy. I love Scott, and it's because of him that I do work so hard. Believe me, I'm trying to cut down on the phone calls. Really great stuff. All right, let's take you down and talk long range right now. Most of the boys in for Thanksgiving, and now they are firing out of there. This morning, several boats are going to head down to that 270-mile area where the yellowfin and bluefin tuna fishing has been phenomenal. I just experienced it for myself. It is so good, and it's so weird because 62-degree kind of green water, off-color water, is not where you would expect to find yellowfin tuna. And that yellowfin, most of it's in the 30 to 90-pound range. Beautiful grade of fish is mixed with this bluefin tuna in the 50 to 200-plus pound category. It is spectacular. Now, one little tip I will give you, and we are going to drop tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. a seminar that Brian Pfeiffer put on board the Independence about this fishing. You're going to want to catch that for sure. But one thing that we noticed was if you sinker fish, you got to the bigger bluefin. So if you're hunting for a big bluefin and you're headed down there, you definitely want to sinker fish, and you want to fish heavy, nothing less than 80. I suggest 100. Joe Martinez got bit on 130 pound in several different bites on this trip. Fish the heavy. Bluefin have teeth. They will chew you off. The longer you're on them, the more probable something is going to go wrong. So please keep that in mind. Hopefully the boys are going to find that fish and get right back on top of it. You know, that fish could have moved the last few days when nobody's been on it, but these guys are the best in the world at finding the fish. The San Diego long range guys are fantastic. My respect just continues to soar for all the guys down there. They do such a great job. So we've got that going on out there at Alejos Rocks. There's some big yellowtail. We didn't have a really fiery bite on those big yellows at night, but we caught a few of those big fish. But excellent yellowfin tuna fishing going on at the rocks, and I want to call it a 70-pound, 75-pound average to the yellowfin tuna. Remember, those yellowfin were absent for some time at Alejos Rocks. They are back. They're nice grade, and they are chewing the 130-pound for Joe Martinez. And I just mentioned Joe because Joe will go to that heavy line before just about anybody else. In fact, he takes it as a challenge to get bit on that heavy string. Of course, choosing a good hot bait is one way to make that happen, but Joe likes a long soak. Get your bait way, 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 way out there away from the boat, and that's when he'll get bit on that heavy string so many times. The heavier the better, if you ask me. So some great fishing there. And then along the Baja coast, several different areas with some biting yellowtail, anywhere from 8 to 30-pound fish, sometimes even bigger than that. So the long range shade is outstanding. Boats are headed that way. Can't wait to get a report from them. Take you 70 miles down below the border here down to the beautiful coastal town of Ensenada, Baja California, Norte, Mexico. It is such a lovely place. I can't wait to get back down there. We're going to be down there distributing clothing, fishing rods, medical equipment, wheelchairs and walkers and so much more, as well as interacting with some kids in the orphanages down there. And my goal also this next time down there because I've been told that it's really important. One guy told me, Phil, a lot of emphasis goes to the orphanages, and that is great, but there's an old people's home, several of those, and they don't get any attention at all. So maybe we can go down there, a group of us, and take those folks out, push them out in their wheelchairs, and get them some vitamin D, get them in the outdoors. I'm sure that would refresh their soul. Maybe even throw a little fish barbecue together or something like that. Anyway, down there in Ensenada, I digress. Good rock fishing going on down there. You cannot beat how good it is. It has been rocking and rolling. It's for real. Sport fishing. Louis Prieto has been putting the wood to the fish down there. Nice big sheephead and lingcod and reds, whitefish, and so much more. Captain Ihara down there on Lucky Sport Fishing. She's been doing fantastic down there. My friend Foca has been putting the wood to the bottom grabbers down there. It is not unusual to get a yo-yo iron yellowtail bite at Todos Santos Islands, which dominate the horizon there. As you look out from Ensenada, you'll see that island there. Sometimes we'll get a good bite on yellows during this time of the year, and there's enough good guys like Blackfin Sport Fishing that are going to be focused on trying to make that happen. Diego Puente from Baja Fishing, all those guys are going to be looking at that, and we're going to keep our eyes on beautiful Ensenada for all of you. There is no doubt about it. You got a tax problem, then you need to go to the tax man. I'm not talking about great white sharks. I'm talking about Tim Marquez. Give him a call to solve all your tax problems. And if you have heating and or air conditioning needs, nobody better than my friend John Lopez from Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. And if that garage door is driving you up a tree, Joe Welker is your garage door man. All three of those guys are Friedman Adventures family members, and they are fantastic. Make sure you give them a call today. All right, so down below the border, we see some really good stuff going on, and hopefully that's going to continue. Beautiful, mild weather. Sometimes you get your best weather days during this time of the year. You get a Santa Ana, slight Santa Ana, and it'll knock this down and really be gorgeous. So good stuff indeed. All right, let's talk about offshore. We've covered that area, which is at least a 30-day trip out of San Diego. You have to be on at least 4 is better, 5 better, 8 is even more fantastic. But to get to that fish and get some hours worth of fishing, and you're only going to get a day and less than that, maybe, I don't know, 10 hours, something like that. I might be wrong on that, but it's one day down there, and that's all you're going to get. But that's been plenty. It's been way more than enough on that grade of fish and everything else. That's that. Out there on Tanner Cortez Bank, there's been some good yellowtail fishing on fish in the 8 to 15 pound class. In fact, it was full speed out there for the Apollo and the Thunderbird on recent trips, and copious amounts of rockfish out there on the offshore scene. Taking a look at our islands right now, down there at the Coronado Islands, picking a yellowtail or two down there. The San Diego at a C4 Sport Fishing has been picking off a few yellowtail. Wouldn't surprise me to see them get a hit on that, like, 10 fish, maybe even better than that. You definitely want to have some yo-yo iron and a lot of dropper loop kind of fishing with a 16-ounce torpedo sinker, working best of all. Sometimes you can get away with an 8-ounce, and there are some lings and rockfish, that kind of thing also. San Clemente Island, mostly rockfish right now. Catalina Island, check that out. A little float on the squid. That's a private boater with his deck lights, not even turning on the big squid lamps, which rise those squid to the surface. That's on his deck lights. That says a lot about the squid at Catalina Island, number one. And number two, it is so good. Such a great statement about the oceanography here and the health of our ocean. Remember what I tell you all the time, high school biology, the big ones will come to eat the little ones. White sea bass, yellowtail, halibut, setting up for a great fall and winter and a spring probably that'll knock your eye teeth out. I can't wait for the spring. That should be great. Don't forget, we'll be releasing our charter schedule here shortly. The guys that have been with us before get a little head start on it, and then I'll release it to the public. If you get a chance to jump on a Friedman Adventures trip, you'll want to do that. 5-day trip in April on the Independence. Man, would I love you to join us on that one. Our 8-day trip for next November might have a few openings. I think it's pretty much sold out already, but that 5-day trip has some room, and we would love you to join us on that one. All right, up there in the as we take you up in the Channel Islands, great rock fishing going on up there. And my friend Daniel Holloway on the Island Spirit is out here this morning. And again, on Sundays, kids fish free out of Ventura Sport Fishing. They have been putting the wood to some big deep water cod fishing, 300 feet or more right now. That's what you have to do. Also, they may switch it up and fish the shallows for some big sheephead and nice whitefish. And then out in that deep water, those big lings have been biting also. Get on the Island Spirit. You'd be crazy not to. 805-676-3474. And the El Patron out at Catalina Island, and they're offering some fantastic trips. I saw my dear friend Chuck Zimmer yesterday, the president of the Redondo Beach Rod and Gun Club, and his son Charlie. Got to spend some special moments with them yesterday, and they were on the El Patron here recently. Wow. I mean, he couldn't stop talking about Captain Chris Isaac, the crew, the boat, the fishing. He raved about it. El Patron out of Long Beach Sport Fishing, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. Get on the El Patron on this lovely, beautiful morning. Along the coast, 1/2 and 3/4 day boys are catching rockfish right now. Not a lot more than that. There's still the occasional bass bite on short bass out of Dana Warren Sport Fishing. We see some twilight big bass up there out of Marina Del Rey, but a lot of rock fishing going on, providing excellent table fare for everybody involved in. This is a great time of the year to be out because look at that ocean, number one. And number two, gray whales are already starting to be seen. It's the gray whale migration, the very beginning of it right now. So you might be able to take a kid out there and not only catch some fish, but show them the longest mammalian migration on the face of the earth. Those gray whales taking off from the Bering Sea up there in Alaska and going down to the warm water lagoons of Baja California. That back and forth route is around 10,000 miles. It is something to marvel at and really, really spectacular. All right, surf fishing. I mentioned Big Fish Bait and Tackle, where I will be in an hour or so, 9 o'clock in the morning, a little bit longer than that, but I'll be down there. You can pick up all the bait you'll need to fish the surf. It's been mostly barred perch, but there's still some halibut as we get that late fall good bite on flatties a lot of the time, throwing the Lucky Craft lures, and they've got great Lucky Craft new lures on sale at Big Fish. See you over there at 9 a.m. this morning. So some halibut in the surf, occasional big yellowfin croaker, but just not a lot of them. And a little bit of spot fin croaker. Spot fin are going to bite on the bait. That's the only way you're going to catch those little devils, so keep that in mind. If you're headed down to Ensenada, by the way, we've got a place for you that you're going to love. It's Casas. He is only 15 miles from downtown Ensenada, yet you'll feel like you're a million miles away from everything. Such a pristine, gorgeous place. Call Zeke. You can stay with him. You'll wake up to a beautiful view in the morning, and all you got to do is make a 15-minute drive, and you're down there in the Malecon where the fishing boats leave from, or downtown Ensenada. It's such a great place. Zeke Casas at your service. So make sure you do that. Don't forget, we really need your help by buying some Friedman Adventures merchandise. Would really appreciate it if you give somebody in your life who's a Friedman Adventures fan, and there's a lot of you. Thank you so very much. A great Christmas present. Go to www.embroiderycreations.net. What a great Christmas present. All right. Hope you are having a magnificent day. It is stunningly beautiful. Feeling so blessed, and feeling so blessed to call you my friend here during the holiday season. 9 a.m. Big Fish Bait and Tackle. 11 a.m. over there at Young's Fishing Tackle. 1 p.m. Island Fishing Tackle. I'll see you there. Have a great day, and I hope to see you in a couple more hours, my friends. Take care.